This whole thing started nearly 40 years ago. We only knew what we were getting into. Yeah, it's always been a passion for me. I love auction business. It's great to be able to work for so many great people throughout the country.
They're going to put a lot of trust in our company. We work hard to make sure that every attention to detail will be covered.
That's what we always wanted to do. It's in our blood, and we love it and want to do more of it.
This is one of our machinery auctions, probably in the late 80s. That's Dad, and my brother Mike was in the picture just a second ago. My brother Jim's actually the auctioneer in this particular one. Dad's taking bids. Being a family business and family-owned business, we treasure those family pictures so much. Being one of 11 children, I'm number 9 out of 11. This picture here is probably a few years before our father passed away, and this is all 11 of us children with our dad and mom out in front of their home. I found this picture, and I couldn't hardly believe I found it. It's when I went to auction school in June of 1980. My brother John is in the photograph with me. He went with me to auction school at the same time because I was pretty young. Dad said, hold on boys, and he ran around in front of us and took this picture. Looking back on old sale bills, this has to be 1980. First thing's a 42-inch hot point electric stove. You wouldn't even get a bid on it today. And the sale probably didn't even total $500. But it's kind of interesting to look back on the old sale bills and how far we've come. And everybody, knew Dad. We were, started basically from scratch. A lot of people didn't know us boys. So Dad would take the microphone and he would welcome everybody to the sale. He always made a point to introduce our sellers, kind of about the sale order, what we were going to do, what they could expect. First 5, 6, 7 years, it was pretty slow. It took a long time to kind of get into that niche, into that ag world. So when we started these machinery auctions, we started getting lines of equipment and it started growing. Both we got bidders from around the entire country here today and a lot of internet activity. The little differences that we added to the sale, positive notes, did not go unnoticed. And those people would tell somebody else, and there was no border, there was no walls. We would travel wherever. We're headed into Adams County, Illinois. We just wanted to get in front of the people, show them what we could do, and I think that it showed how much, that we enjoyed the business.
I wasn't going to sell it, I've just threatened you. Now 5,700.
And now here it is, nearly 4 decades later, and we're having a 5-day auction with internet bidding all over the world. We're anticipating nearly 10,000 people to attend this auction. We've had bidders from all over the country, UK, other parts of the world. It's interesting how far that we've come in this auction business at Sullivan Auctioneers from then to now. This 5-day Gabeline estate auction is so interesting and unique because so often when you have an auction, you may just have, one type of items to sell. This has something for everybody.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. You'll never see anything like this again.
There's collector cars. There's rare cars that go back to the 30s and 40s and 50s. There's also tractors. There's tractors that are hard to find. There's John Deere tractors that are mechanical front that draw a lot of attention. We also have pedal cars, we have parts, we have everything you can imagine.
Bob was able to buy what he wanted, when he wanted. He had an eye for good stuff.
He had 10 or 12 buildings completely full of stuff.
We take care of it from A to Z, from completely setting up the sale to the auction's over, we load the items out.
We're with them from the very beginning to the very end, making sure once again that the attention to detail is there. Every aspect of the sale is covered. It makes it a lot less stressful for our sellers.
They washed this building down, they did it all, they had the people, they did everything.
And when you start looking at 400 and 500 and 600 foot buildings that were literally packed, we had a work cut out for us. And we were shocked the first day we walked through here to see what he had.
They did so much work and so much planning. If we didn't have the Sullivan boys, we wouldn't be able to be here this week.
We're ready. We're ready and excited about the next 5 days. we are going to have an estimated crowd of 10,000 people at this 5-day event. So we're just going to start out here this morning, ladies and gentlemen, while everybody's kind of milling around. The world's going to be represented at this auction at Sullivan Sale. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the auction's on. Here we go. Lot number 1 on the Jeep. $1,500, $1,750, 17 and a half. There's no way we would have ever been contacted to conduct this auction if we hadn't have done what we've done over 4 decades of in the auction business and our reputation at Sullivan Auctioneers. When you put these items in front of, nearly 10,000 people, only one person can buy that item. So with the exposure and the rarity of some of these items, I think it's shocking a lot of people at what the prices are bringing at the gate line auction. Sold it, $82,500. $162,500, $162,500. We're a family-owned business. We own it ourselves. Our name's on the line. When we get done and settle up, we ask them, if you were going to have another sale tomorrow morning, who would you hire? And without doubt, they say Sullivan Auctioneers.
We don't really look at it as a job, it's just what we do.
We're so excited at Sullivan Auctioneers about the young generation that we have coming on. This is Matt, and he has his toys lined up like it's a machinery auction, and then the little people out in front. So it was in his blood at an early age.
We were very proud of what Dad and Grandpa and the brothers did, and that's what we always wanted to do.
I have a lot of pride for the business, looking forward to where myself and the other members of the 3rd generation of the business can take it in the future.
We've grown up watching it and seeing it from kind of a different perspective, and I think that that's important for the growth of the company, with that younger generation bringing our knowledge into the company.
I think sometimes it's easy to bring in younger people and then keep doing business the same way. But I can tell Sullivan Auctioneers is looking and thinking ahead. Yes! They're not going to sit back and be dictated to. They're going to be out there leading the way.
These guys seem to have the connections for advertising, and they were, it was just covered all over. We've had people here from all over Michigan to Texas, just unbelievable coverage.
Yes, we can go back to 1980 and look at that little sale. And yes, we can fast forward now to 2017 for a 5-day auction, for how many multi-million-dollar auction it is. And who knows what the next 40 years will bring. We have, without a doubt, we have the most young, talented generation coming on that I fully believe will take this company to another level. We are Sullivan Auctioneers.